The city that never sleeps is currently buzzing with an unprecedented level of excitement as one of the most anticipated cultural moments of the decade begins to unfold in the very heart of Manhattan. For months, millions of people around the globe have been parsing clues, analyzing schedules, and holding their breath for confirmation of an event that sounded almost too massive to be true. Now the final countdown has officially begun, and the energy on the streets of New York is absolutely electric. It is a story of global fame, athletic excellence, and musical genius colliding in a way the world has never witnessed before. As heavy transport vehicles line the perimeter of the city's most iconic sports and entertainment venue, onlookers and media crews are realizing that what once seemed like an internet rumor is turning into historical reality right before their eyes. The sheer scale of what is being prepared behind closed doors defies the conventional boundaries of celebrity celebrations, pushing the limits of modern pop culture fascination. Before we dive deep into the exclusive details of what is happening on the ground right now, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss any part of this unfolding multi-day special report. www.cbsnews.com, the mystery that has captivated the public since last summer, is finally materializing into concrete action, sending shockwaves through the entertainment and sports industries alike. It all started when subtle hints began appearing on municipal registries and venue schedules, suggesting that a massive private gathering would completely take over a legendary landmark during one of the busiest holiday weekends of the year. For weeks, representatives kept quiet and city officials offered only vague, playful remarks, leaving fans to wonder if the entire plan was an elaborate smokescreen designed to divert attention from a completely different location. However, the veil of secrecy is rapidly lifting as prominent figures connected to the main heroes are spotted arriving in the metropolis under heavy security. The arrival of the mother of the groom on Thursday morning served as the definitive signal that the main events are officially underway, triggering a frantic rush among journalists and observers who are tracking every single movement across the borough. www.independent.co.uk, a sleek vehicle dispatched directly by the bridal party was waiting at the airport terminal to collect the high-profile family member, whisking her away through the congested morning traffic toward Midtown Manhattan. This seamless coordination highlights the incredible level of planning that has gone into managing an event of this magnitude, where every second is choreographed to perfection to avoid the prying eyes of the public and the paparazzi. As the car made its way to the destination, crews on the ground were already putting the finishing touches on the initial phases of the celebration spaces, working under strict confidentiality agreements. The choice of venue itself has sparked intense debate among commentators, with some questioning how a massive, windowless, athletic arena could be transformed into a romantic and intimate setting for a couple of such global stature. Yet it is precisely this fortress-like design that makes the location so appealing to organizers, offering an unparalleled level of security, enclosed parking structures, and total isolation from drone photography or unauthorized cameras. Outside the legendary arena, the physical evidence of an extraordinary transformation is impossible to ignore, despite the best efforts of security teams to shield the loading docks from public view. Massive trucks have been arriving in a steady procession for days, unloading heavy crates, specialized theatrical gear, and mysterious shipments shrouded in thick canvas tarps. Onlooks have caught fleeting glimpses of spectacular design elements, including oversized mirror balls, mature trees adorned with thousands of delicate fairy lights, and boxes upon boxes of premium catering supplies. At one point, workers were even seen rolling out a grand red carpet near one of the restricted entrances, only to promptly roll it back inside after realizing that cameras were capturing the moment. The atmosphere around the block is a mix of intense curiosity and strict control, with local law enforcement establishing metal barricades and implementing extensive street closures that will remain in effect for days. It is clear that the city is preparing for an influx of high-profile visitors that will test the logistical capabilities of even the most experienced event planners. .cbsnews.com. Is Show 3. As the afternoon sun begins to set over the Manhattan skyline, the focus shifts inward to the ancillary spaces where the very first gathering is scheduled to take place. This initial event is designed to be a deeply personal and exclusive affair, allowing the closest family members and lifelong friends to come together before the massive crowds arrive the following day. A select group of approximately 100 people will gather in a specialized theater inside the complex, establishing a warm and elegant tone for the days ahead. Large temporary structures and white tents have risen outside this specific entrance, providing a secure buffer zone for the arriving guests who are expected to follow a strict traditional dress code. This evening marked the official opening of a celebration that has been nearly a year in the making, drawing an array of international stars who are quietly checking into the city's most luxurious hotels, ready to witness a union that has completely captured the global imagination. The curtain has officially been raised on the inner sanctum of this unprecedented celebration, revealing a level of grandeur and meticulous engineering that sounds more like a Hollywood film production than a traditional wedding rehearsal. As the clock struck 6 on Thursday evening, the highly secured Infosys Theater inside Madison Square Garden became the focal point for an intimate group of 100 select individuals. This exclusive gathering, designed to serve as the emotional foundation of the multi-day affair, was orchestrated with military precision. Guests were escorted through hidden underground tunnels and private elevators directly into the venue, completely bypassing the massive media presence outside. Inside the theater, the atmosphere was transformed into an ethereal, twilight-inspired oasis that provided a stark contrast to the concrete walls of the world-famous sports arena. The evening was defined by heartfelt speeches, carefully curated culinary experiences, and an overwhelming sense of relief from the couple, who have spent months navigating the intense pressures of public scrutiny to preserve the privacy of this specific milestone. However, the quiet intimacy of Thursday night is merely the calm before a monumental stylistic storm, as the logistical blueprints for Friday's main event reveal numbers that are staggering even by billionaire standards. More than 1,000 guests are currently descending upon the Big Apple, creating a massive security and logistical puzzle across the city's major transportation hubs and premium hospitality venues. To accommodate this sea of high-profile attendees, the entire structure of Madison Square Garden is being utilized in ways never before attempted for a private function. The official schedule outlines a timeline that leaves absolutely no room for error, beginning precisely at 3:30 in the afternoon when the heavy iron doors open for the arrivals. To keep the crowd entertained and managed before the main vows, a massive cocktail hour will commence at 4 o'clock sharp, spanning the entirety of the vast 6th-floor concourse. This area has been entirely redesigned, featuring custom-built lounge seating, living floral walls that match the aesthetic of the bridal bouquet, and multiple premium beverage stations managed by top mixologists flown in from Europe. The tension and excitement will reach a fever pitch at 5:30, the exact moment the formal ceremony is scheduled to begin on the legendary arena floor. For decades, this floor has hosted historic championship boxing matches, legendary concerts, and intense basketball games, but on Friday evening it will become the sanctuary for a romantic union. Workers have spent the last 72 hours executing a design scheme that defies imagination, including the construction of a literal castle structure inside the venue. This custom-built architectural marvel is designed to provide a stunning backdrop for the vows, complete with faux stone towers, dramatic lighting arrays, and cascading greenery that evokes the romance of an ancient fairy tale. To ensure that every single guest among the 1,000 attendants has a perfect view of the couple, a custom circular seating arrangement has been built around a central altar, flanked by multi-million-dollar sound and projection systems that will broadcast every whisper of the vows with pristine clarity once the matrimonial rites are concluded at 6:30. The environment will shift seamlessly into a high-octane reception that is legally permitted to run until 2 o'clock the following morning. The transformation from a sole ceremonial space to a world-class party environment requires a massive team of backstage technical staff who will adjust the lighting, acoustics, and staging in real time. Because the bride is known globally for her spectacular visual storytelling, rumors are swirling that she will execute multiple dramatic outfit changes throughout the night, with each gown reflecting a different era of her career and personal evolution. The preparation for these rapid changes has required the construction of a custom, state-of-the-art wardrobe suite directly adjacent to the main stage, complete with a team of professional stylists, tailors, and security guards protecting the invaluable garments. Every single detail, from the temperature of the room to the specific timing of the food service, has been programmed into a master logistical document that reads like a tactical manual. Meanwhile, the streets of Manhattan have turned into a literal runway of global superstardom as the guest list begins to materialize in physical form. Paparazzi and fans have been stationed outside five-star establishments like the Carlyle, the Mark, and the Plaza, catching glimpses of pop royalty and elite athletes stepping out into the crisp New York air. Chart-topping icons like Sabrina Carpenter and Dua Lipa were spotted entering private fitting sessions, while acclaimed figures like Camila Cabello and Hollywood star Anya Taylor-Joy have been photographed navigating the Midtown area under the watchful eyes of their personal security details. The arrival of these stars has turned the entire neighborhood surrounding the arena into a heavily fortified zone, with private security working in absolute tandem with local authorities to ensure safe passage. The sheer concentration of wealth, influence, and talent in one specific geographic coordinate is unprecedented. Turning a private family event into the undisputed social epicenter of the year, the guest list reads like a definitive encyclopedia of modern popular culture, creating an incredible web of star power that ensures this event will be analyzed for years to come. Icons of the entertainment world, such as Selena Gomez and supermodel Karlie Kloss, are confirmed to be attending, putting an end to years of intense public speculation regarding their personal dynamics with the bride. Joining them are acclaimed artists like Zoe Kravitz, global singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran, and the fashion-forward Haim sisters, who have been close confidants of the bride for over a decade. The arrivals continue with high-profile models and personalities like Suki Waterhouse and Gigi Hadid, each bringing their own distinct style and media spotlight to the celebration. To handle the unique security requirements of these individuals, the venue has established a multi-layered biometric check-in system at the private entrances, ensuring that absolutely no uninvited individuals can compromise the safety and privacy of the gathering inside. Adding to the heavy atmosphere of anticipation is the news of legendary musical performances that will elevate the reception far beyond a standard party. Rock and roll icon Stevie Nicks and country music titan Tim McGraw are both scheduled to take the stage, offering a rare blend of musical heritage that bridges the gap between the couple's diverse backgrounds. The inclusion of these specific performers is a deeply personal choice, reflecting the artistic inspirations that have shaped the bride's historic career and the groom's upbringing. As technical crews conduct sound checks under total radio silence, the anticipation among the guests is palpable. Every element of this evening has been designed to shock, amaze, and celebrate, leaving onlookers to wonder how a single event can successfully balance such immense public expectation with the genuine human emotion of a wedding day. The gears of this massive cultural machine are turning flawlessly, and the stage is perfectly set for the final climactic act. To truly understand how this historic moment arrived at the center of the world stage, one must look back at the incredible parallel journeys of the two individuals standing at the center of the castle gates inside Madison Square Garden. On one side is a woman who single-handedly redefined the global music industry, transforming her deeply personal songwriting into a multi-billion-dollar cultural empire that spans continents, generations, and genres. Her career has been a relentless exercise in artistic evolution, moving from humble acoustic beginnings to filling the largest stadiums on Earth for multiple consecutive nights, shattering every economic and chart record in existence. On the other side is a man who rose from a dedicated Midwestern athlete to become one of the most dominant and charismatic figures in professional American football history, winning multiple championship rings and cementing his legacy as a future Hall of Famer through sheer athletic prowess and an infectious, larger-than-life personality. Their paths seemed to belong to completely separate universes, yet their fateful convergence captured the imagination of the entire planet. Blending the high-stakes drama of professional sports with the emotional narrative of modern pop music, the union of these two colossal worlds is far more than a simple celebrity romance. It represents a massive cultural phenomenon that has permanently altered the landscape of modern media, commerce, and entertainment. When their relationship first became public, it triggered an unprecedented wave of cross-industry fascination, introducing millions of music fans to the strategic complexities of football, while simultaneously forcing traditional sports analysts to acknowledge the immense economic power of a global pop fandom. Every game attended, every lyric analyzed, and every public appearance over the past years built toward this very weekend in New York City, turning a private romance into a shared global experience. The decision to host the wedding at Madison Square Garden, a venue deeply intertwined with the history of both monumental concerts and legendary sporting triumphs, is the ultimate poetic tribute to their individual legacies. It is a physical manifestation of their shared status as masters of live arena entertainment, bringing together a diverse community of elite athletes, music legends, and cultural icons under one legendary roof as the late-night celebrations continue deep within the heart of the arena. The profound significance of this gathering becomes overwhelmingly clear to the 1,000 guests witnessing history in the making. The atmosphere inside the main hall is a breathtaking testament to what can be achieved when limitless creative vision meets flawless technical execution, creating an environment that feels entirely separate from the busy metropolis outside. The custom-built castle structure, bathed in shifting thematic lighting that mirrors the emotional journey of the couple's history, stands as a symbol of resilience and sanctuary amid a world of constant public exposure. Behind the scenes, hundreds of local culinary experts, floral designers, and production engineers have worked tirelessly to maintain the highest standards of hospitality, ensuring that every individual in attendance experiences a level of luxury that will set a new benchmark for high-profile events for decades to come. The evening is a masterclass in modern storytelling, where every detail, from the specific arrangement of the table centerpieces to the sequencing of the live performances, tells a part of a beautiful narrative. The musical performances themselves have already secured a legendary status, providing deeply moving highlights that resonated through the arena's historic acoustic architecture. When rock icon Stevie Nicks took the stage under a canopy of starlight effects, her timeless soulful voice brought a sense of profound artistic heritage to the room, honoring the bride's creative roots and lyrical inspirations. This was balanced beautifully by country music legend Tim McGraw, whose powerful performance offered a nostalgic nod to the early days of the bride's career, creating a full-circle moment that left many in the audience visibly emotional. These legendary figures did not merely provide entertainment, they acted as cultural anchors, bridging the gap between the rich traditions of American music and the contemporary pop explosion represented by the bridal party. The groom's family, led by his beloved mother whose arrival sparked the initial wave of excitement on Thursday morning, watched with immense pride as the couple danced surrounded by lifelong friends, teammates, and the creative minds who have supported them throughout their respective journeys, as the clock ticks closer to the legal conclusion at 2 in the morning. The media teams and thousands of fans waiting outside the perimeter remain transfixed by the glowing lights of the arena, knowing they are witnessing the final chapter of a modern fairy tale. The impact of this wedding will be felt long after the red carpets are rolled away and the custom castle structure is disassembled by the engineering crews. It is proven that even in an era of hyper-fragmented media, certain moments possess a unique universal power to unite people across different interests, backgrounds, and geographies. The story of the elite athlete and the global superstar finding a shared sanctuary in the heart of New York City will remain a definitive marker of this decade's popular culture. As the guests finally begin to depart into the quiet Manhattan night, carrying memories of an unforgettable celebration, the legendary arena stands silent once more, having added yet another historic chapter to its storied legacy. While the newlyweds step forward into a new life together, forever united under the eyes of the world.